Yeah, Otemenka.
Fantastic.
Na hey, na wujina hini ora tete.
Me raka amuentina.
Hey.
By bet me akasa.
Okay. Na mo association a coalition on.
A coalition of la association.
Hey, eno mo te na da ben.
Coalition no ewo since 2014.
Oh, okay. Wow. Enti sisi ano monsama mo kanyina efa la General Hospital aban ema yebugu ye no eho. Ye ba ho sisi e dan ne ye behu asase ne so.
Yo emi de say we bisa me ma me ndi kan fa nchae ma otiefo nyina enne ewie ya na me call ho nsam na ekoso no nti ma imagine say de bia me call ho se ne be ya ye bisa asema metumi ayi anu yie ewie ya na me call ho eko grantee several media institutions interviews wo ho te sia wo asase no so a ni a obehu wo ho ani say ya hippie gravel 3 different sets wo ho sa gravel 3 different sets na ya hippie to say Mount Yafaja to no ya hippie no be that was 2020 time aban be jury hospital no go ho say omo ba be si ema omo be kati sword no since that time I hippie sa gravel no sa netie hwe nkoso wo ho
eh na meba o edikan boa yen aban decided say obebu hospital na go no na hospital ni state te saying na cracks were dying him na a dino a chair na state of the hospital na te saying in yebubugu ye no do you know
yo hospital no ye hospital bia mita ko hopa because of some social worker meye mita ko sa nipo fo no na me ankasa me nua nso ye adwuma wo ho enti na mita ko ho na no pranya me anim ye si hospital no in the 1960s Aban can say there were serious structural defects on the building. Me to me, Asimebo Akacha say, sa asem na omo kan no, it's not totally true.
Hey, but how do you know? Why engineering that?
The patron me engineering that, but yenso yet me aye survey as a coalition no, time ade start here no, we were part of stakeholders I fair for meeting. Until we went around and also took views of the people working there and also saw all that was happening. And I made sure said we saw some minor cracks within certain portions. And one major area, maternity, maternity, baby, antenatal, and also no problem because no shed. And in short, to make her these were the main things I better say, but Sa hospital now omububu there is more to it than the reconstruction. Na
okay, meba mamenkai mu amutie se wo hweye wo YouTube and Facebook live you would see hospital no as it then was before see bebu egu no la General Hospital na boho go ye Lucozade for provided signage edema omo kama into hu dan no to say we paint call ho na ache ye papa it dan na hu picture no e wo nti say na hospital net here before say aban ebebu egu it ora tete time yebu hospital ni gu ye no promise ben ye de ma mo say no almost time ben on be start ye see
yo enti me kai say first announcement I hear on the floor of parliament from the Minister of Health was around January 2020. Now some of time say they were coming to build an ultra modern hospital facility for the people of La and its environs because they had seen some structural defects in our old building until omo design fair bi ebesi ho na wofa obi bia ni ho a obehu sa design no obeka say there be yempe until obi agitu mu say omo besi sa ade no emmayen omo sanka chere say at that time January 2020 no omo anya credit facility esumbo enebo be 68 million euros enu no mo de besi sa hospital no and he agitu mu say once they have secured the funding, they can go ahead and demolish. But yɛde ɔmo kan sɛ anka yɛnyɛ no in phases ɔmo si dabi nti ama ɔmo alternative sɛ ɔmo mpɛ baabi as a holding facility before they demolish the hospital ɛna ɔmo yɛ bibi saa after ɔmo abubu hospital no in March 2020 no ɔmo twɛnyɛ until August ansa na ɔmo bɛyɛ shortcutting 10th August to be specific. But it was on the 10th August, and some of us started raising red flags because what we saw on that day made us believe, say, and yeah, it was rather for a political campaign rather than coming to build a hospital for the La people. I didn't think the cancer. Sadano, Omudi then candidate Akufo-Addo, the posters, only the parliamentary candidate for the MPP of the area posters. Gary war no hunyina ama obedu ha obeka MPP headquarters. That was when we started asking questions. Say enkofo hospital no mu ba besi ana omu ye campaign yo enti e ka che enkofo no say they should be careful. Enkofo started frey and say do monge ye gitumu. Now after no ye 21 year now nka omu see 2 years they will build the hospital in 2 years. Ye 21st year. After the end of the first year, we started free. Now, even during the vetting of the Minister of Health, you said, what is the state of the Lagina Hospital? Oka said that the hospital, the work was progressing steadily. And she said, I'm going to car, nothing with the heaps of gravels there. And actually, me catch a media for the Minister, and they should go and verify. Media people went there and they saw that what I said was true. And MP for the area, Honorable Richard Dolisoa, Bisa minister on the floor of Parliament, the state of the hospital. Okachani say they were working on some insurance package for the construction. Insurance, when you are taking a credit facility, you factor it in. And also the third issue, for the third time, Okan say they were testing the soil. Before you embark on anything like that, the first thing you do would be to test the soil. Nature said that one also was another lie the minister told. At the end of the day, who said, fast, ya bisa ya structural letters, ya bisa almost a buying and to me, ya no ba say, and chile and yombeye, near and say last year, Koshia minister, no, I was in office, and a minister, no. And say, sa facility now, Omusi Omonyano, Sana consortium, Omudi Rezi, sa facility no, had broken down because one of the members of the consortium, Swiss Credit, had gone bankrupt. Not just say, Sana Omunya Sekano, and Ombeka Che, Omunyaska, and Sana Omudri Hospital no go ho. And to the long and short, we say, there is no way I buy, I already say, Omusi Hospital no, Ediama Lafo, up to Lene, they have not given us anything concrete than to tell us they are roping it under Agenda 111, which itself is a problem because none of the Agenda 111 project has even been completed. And they said they want to complete this before December 2024. Wafa, which year you can decipher for yourself.
And this is here, no, the new promise, and they say, Abain said, Omubesi, but they will route it through Agenda 111. And Momo say Agenda 111 or more fan munyi because Agenda 111 hospitals, no, ABN are ready as we speak.
Agenda 111 hospital na sem na omo kanu. Asem aye kan say Agenda 111 is designed for district hospitals.
Sure.
La General Hospital is way bigger than district hospital. And minister no apa mo kan and no also oseche mensa boso kan say they are going to reduce the scope of the project to fit into the Agenda 111 budget, which means that these people are really not going to give us what they promised they were going to give us.
Okay, because Kezi Amame artist impression of the new one, no, and this more share your Facebook, no, any YouTube, oba the one who the old facility before see bebu but the artist impression, the new one, and 63 million euros facility in the Airbnb, no, and also edasui into Uba Ubehu. This is the artist impression. Say you see La General Hospital for now. This is how it would have looked like. Say Nankebe Ebeye papa for the artist impression it is beautiful. Oratete, I don't know with the new in Koma air basono. Not just on designs for friend the same design we don't see, right?
Almost maintaining design, but just they will reduce the scope. And to say 140 bed capacity, 80 bed capacity.
Okay.
They are reducing every aspect of the thing, of the design. They will maintain the design. But for us, we don't think that is the best because the population of La, after the last population census, we are inching close to 400,000. Now let's also talk about people coming from Osu, Gamashi, Teshinua, who also patronize that facility. So if you reduce the scope, then you are going to place a burden on the new facility, which is going to be smaller than what you promise the people you are going to give them.
Now, the Omubugu, how many beds?
Oh, now, Shadan, so it was less than 100.
Okay. But the other point, for now, what do you want? More per hospital, but you want the scope first one no scope na mosan pe mo mpese e better so right
exactly but asemba ko so aye can say if government is not ready to build, they don't have the money, which of course we know they currently don't have the money. They are only telling us stories. No, they should just release the land to us. The people of La have vowed that we are going to engage in self-help projects to ensure we build a hospital for ourselves.
Okay, but why don't you rather say aban say or reduce scope no now or they are share under agenda 111 hospitals now? Why don't you say okay, maintain the scope sika to build the agenda 111 hospital? Yeah, the way air so no one maintaining the same scope. Why don't you do it that way, rather?
Based on the deception government has given to us and the continuous numerous promises they have failed, no, collaboration. All we are asking is that we are capable of doing for ourselves what they have failed to do. So they should just allow us to construct our hospital. And I can tell you, we have means of raising funds and materials to construct the hospital for ourselves.
Indeed, what you are saying is Mobetmia raises 63 million euros at the SC hospital.
Wafa, the truth of the matter is that we will be able to construct the same facility design our Omodia Banu for less than 68 million euros. We can do that.
Really?
Yes.
And no more is saying.
Okay. We have quite a number of people from La, indigenous of La, who are in the diaspora, who are willing to help. Number two, Uba La, there were almost 90 clan houses. Every clan house meets on Sundays like a social gathering. We do. And whenever we need to do something, people pour out and make contributions. Now, assuming we ask every clan house to supply just one trip of sand and one trip of stones, 50 bags of cement, 1,000 cement blocks, maybe 1 ton of iron rods, every house, every single house, which every house can do because some are building their houses and it's costing them more than that. Every house will be able to do this. Aside that, our members from the diaspora are also going to raise money, which we will use to engage the services of a contractor and then artisans who will do the work. And I tell you, we'll be able to do all these things for less than 68 million euros. We have done our survey. We have engaged, experts who have been able to tell us we can do this easily without that gargantuan amount of money.
But the other thing would be, and we forgive me for asking this question, but I think I need to ask. The other thing would be, when the hospital was in the state, ana a woman, adentina mwanya self-help we amfa NCSA.
Because at the moment the facility was serving the people, we have not really had any major challenge over there. Well, and see, now we know.
But the pictures I'm seeing
in the hands of government because it was a government facility. Okay, so there was no way we would have even thought about that. But until time, a bamboo a home buoy, and then the impact on society because people were dying on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And our mothers and fathers who plied their trade along the hospital environs, making a living from selling maybe minor wares over there. For them to come home and now have no work, be rendered jobless, no, then we started feeling the impact. That is what informed our decision. Say, why don't we come up and then decide to do this self-help project for ourselves instead of waiting on government?
Yeah, but the truth of the matter is, the pictures I'm seeing of the hospital before, say, na aban bebuegu no, say, Obia Ubewura Hospital, Obia, nobody will tell you, say, this hospital is not in a good state. And I would want to believe, say, now indigenous Amoha Namoko Hospital, or you knew, say, this hospital was not sitting well. In Tinanka, Mubitimia, you know.
I can tell you on authority, say, there were a few minor defects, and I'm using my words carefully, minor defects, but the hospital did not have any major structural defect. Maminchel, contractor, ye demolition man, the contractor broke down his machines 3 solid times because the materials I did see at our hospital in the 60s no, were very, very strong materials. It took him a difficult time before he was able to complete his demolition. Now, the people who went there to collect the rubbles and things no, also testified to the fact I was there every day because I had an interest as a youth leader of the community. Everything that happens within LA that has to do with our community, I got myself involved. So I followed up throughout, even when they were doing the auctioning of the items over there, till they started the demolition and everything. I went there every single day until the day they cut the sword. Even after the sword cutting, when the project was delaying, I even kept going there until one day I said that if they are not coming to build the hospital, I was going to organize a football match there. That was how come they came to lock up the gate. So I followed everything that went on there. And I can tell you, there wasn't a major defect, as they said. It was for politicking. And let me be very, very blunt with you. Look, there is a reason why these people demolished the hospital. I have tried as much as possible in all my engagements to refrain from the politics. But government has pushed us so hard that now we need to talk about this thing. Spare me 1 minute. Proud to
oh, now Obama ye now line and so you say. Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, talk.
Now, prior to the 2020 general elections, we have had 7 general elections. Now, out of the 7, 5 had gone in favor of the NDC, 2 had gone in favor of the MPP. The MPP needed something to hang on and woo the people of La to vote for them. So they looked around, saw nothing to touch on than the very thing that bordered on life and death, the hospital. That's why they brought that design, elaborate design, so that the people will feel attracted to follow them. And so this was the reason. And that is why I told you that on the day of the sword cutting, when I saw the whole place awash with paraphernalia of the political party, and I was like, no, there's a question mark. This doesn't appear to be a promise to be fulfilled, but rather a campaign promise. And lo and behold, 3.5 years down the line, my fear has been proven right.
Very well. Indeed, from the Awu Kenyan, and not just say, with your hand on heart, no, you would say, state and a hospital no one before say ye buegu no. It was okay. Now in here, say you better touch hospital, no, right?
There was no need for the demolition, and even if they wanted to reconstruct the hospital, Masa, assassin they could have even done it in phases. Okay, they could have started from the northern end, started the construction, maybe built an OPD, and then demolished the old OPD, built a ward, then demolish the ward, and then continue till they get to the mortuary area. But they were bent on doing something, so they came and demolished everything at a go. And today the people of La are the ones who are the losing ends because we are suffering.
Very well. Ma nase na bibiania yebesia baba bidin komobio. And for mono say ochena muhu se bia contractor bia ba site na or start here juma mobe preventing because you want to do it yourself. Is that the case?
We wouldn't want to prevent a contractor from working, but I mean, this our assembly. This is food for thought for everybody to think about. In this country, there has become a certain convention that when a particular government from a particular party commences a project and they lose power without completing, the next government from the other party, when they come, they leave it. Assuming that MPP starts this project now, after wasting all these years, and they have only about 1 year and 2 months, and they are not able to complete within that period, and NDC comes, can you guess what probably might happen? Food for thought.
Oh no, but I don't think when the NDC comes, they would abandon this.
I certainly believe no government should come and abandon such a thing. But looking at the convention or the precedents we have seen around.
But to be fair, to say the one so kind, out of 7 elections, the NDC has won 5. The NPP has won 2. Indeed, you can comfortably say that this is a good seat for the NDC. I don't think the NDC will come to power and abandon such a project.
Have you seen the police hospital, the new building at the police hospital?
Yeah, I've seen it.
International Hospital Group.
I've seen it.
I was in secondary school. Okay, I was in secondary school when that building was started. I completed secondary school in the year 2000. The hospital is still not completed. How many governments have we had? The hospital, that particular hospital, has not yet been completed. Since I completed school in the year 2000, that hospital has not been completed, and it is also within the Adekoto constituency.
Yeah.
So just suppose that to what I've just said, and let's do the analysis and see.
Okay, I can see you have absolutely no hope now. Tete me na say bibia na yebese aba bidin komo bio. Why?
Yo, nyame shabu.
Yeah, that's a pa. And he speaks